Our next agenda item is the contract with Dolores Olmedo Museum in Mexico to exhibit 26 pieces of Frida Kahlo artwork at the college. Secretary Fenny, please call the roll.
Student Trustee Walker.
Yes.
Trustee Napolitano.
No.
Trustee Bennett.
Yes.
Trustee Bernstein.
Yes.
Trustee Fenny says yes. Trustee Markwell.
Yes.
Chairman Mazzocchi.
Yes, motion passes.
Thank you so much.
It is such a great opportunity. It is going to transform the gallery, the art center, and the community. And I don't know about you, but I'm really excited when I finally get to meet Frida Kahlo.
This is an extraordinary opportunity for the college. We have always been very supportive of the arts, but this exhibit essentially enables us to bring the advancement of culture at the college to a new level. We're very excited.
McGinley, President of the Village of Glen Ellen, Illinois, on behalf of the Village Board, in recognition of the historic Frida Kahlo exhibition coming to Glen Ellen in 2020, do hereby proclaim the upcoming year spanning September 2019 through August 2020 as the year of Frida Kahlo!
Mark and Marcy Peterson, your co-hosts for this evening.
The Frida Kahlo Timeless exhibit is absolutely amazing, organized, beautiful, and just wonderful to be here.
It's beautiful to look at and it's beautiful to read about. And if you read her biography, every painting has passion in it and every painting has a story.
This is an absolute top-level exhibition. It really is extraordinary. And to have it here in DuPage County is really exceptional, so I highly recommend it.
People are coming from 48 states and 6 countries to visit our exhibition. This has been the passion project of a lifetime. On behalf of the entire MAC staff, I want to say thank you to Alan and Millie Peterson for the opportunity. I want to say thank you to Carlos Phillips of the Olmedo Museum for believing in us, and to Frida Kahlo. Thank you for inspiring us all in so many ways. It's been an honor getting to know you and an incredible journey.
College of DuPage wants you to succeed both inside the classroom and out. Your studies are important, no doubt.
So is discovering yourself by meeting people, making new friends,
getting involved, and having fun. Oh, hey, Chappie! We've got you covered on both ends with plenty of resources to help make the most of your time.
And have an awesome college experience.
Being a well-rounded student, like anything else, is a healthy balance between work and play. When it's time to be serious about your work, our library is stocked with everything you need, plus comfortable spaces for individual and group study. Need a little extra help with your homework? The Learning Commons offers assistance in math, writing, reading, and speech, as well as options for tutoring and preparing for placement exams.
So we just had a ribbon cutting on our brand new speech lab. Faculty and students have been using the new space. It's a beautiful new space that is technologically enhanced so that we have a beautiful 21st century teaching and learning environment for our students.
We've got multiple cameras to be able to record multiple types of presentations and be able to provide feedback. We've created a wireless classroom where students are no longer confined by cords and able to share information quickly and easily, both with their groups and with the rest of the class.
When people walk in this room, they may think it's subtle changes that they see. They see some monitors on the wall, some whiteboards, but it's having a huge impact. And actually, it's what's capable with the technology that's been added that's really making this a dynamic, interactive environment for teachers and students.
They're going to benefit because they're going to be in a space that provides an opportunity for trained faculty to give them feedback on how to be better speakers and better communicators. We provided a classroom that is built for both on-campus and off-campus learning.
So the students and instructors will benefit from the enhancements in this lab by being able to really learn communication skills that are directly applicable out in the real world. We've created a space that's going to enable students to not just practice public speaking, but practice it with the technology that people are using in the workforce. We wanted to do something that other instructors and other colleges would come to see and be able to mimic, because we really wanted to give our students and our faculty the best environment for teaching and learning.
This technology is going to greatly enhance the teaching and learning environment, and I believe our students are going to enjoy it.
What does College of DuPage have to offer you? In a word, opportunities.
You name it, chances are you can study it here. College of DuPage offers over 230 degree and certificate programs. Associate degrees can be completed in 2 years when attending as a full-time student. Associate degrees allow students to transfer to another institution to continue their education or enter into a specific career field. Certificates of completion are offered for a variety of in-demand occupational and technical careers. With our 3+1 programs, it's possible to earn a 4-year degree from an area university without ever leaving the College of DuPage campus. No matter what you study, students at COD learn from the best with the one-on-one personal attention made possible with small classes. Experts in their field, our award-winning faculty are passionate about teaching and dedicated to your success.
You love craft beer. Now, learn the skills necessary for a career in this growing industry with the Business of Craft Beer program at College of DuPage.
What I love about the craft beer industry is that it is truly a family. This industry is welcoming for everyone.
It is a very unique industry in that those that you are inarguably competing with for shelf space or tap space, you tend to become friends with.
You know, craft beer is growing so fast and it's changing so much. There's so much elasticity in it that we really need to get people that are qualified to understand it and be able to adapt to it.
You know, I think this is really a unique time in the arc of American craft beer. You know, a program like this feeding people that are interested in giving them professional skill sets is really valuable for employers, for distributors, for brewers, for retail. There's a lot of different opportunities out there in a growing industry, and I think this is a unique way to develop some of those skill sets.
It's just not enough to have a great beer recipe and the desire to go brew beer and sell beer. You need a good understanding of the business to be successful.
No matter what area interests you the most, College of DuPage's craft beer program helps you understand the essentials of the business. Featuring hands-on courses conducted at local breweries and at College of DuPage, this program prepares students to pursue a variety of career opportunities.
I believe that the goal of the program was to help educate people as to what truly goes into the beer in the glass.
Right? You've got a beer. It's already made, but where does it go? Right? There's a lot of confusion on what to do with beer once it's made. This is the course that helps you find a way to move it into product at retail, through a brewery out of front of house, and maybe through a distributor. This gives you an opportunity to understand how to get into a career doing one of those things as opposed to physically brewing the beer.
A lot of people are passionate about beer, but a lot of people don't realize that it's also a business. And this is something that we take very seriously. There's a professional attitude, there's a professional approach, and what kind of shows through in American beer on a consumer level may not actually be what's going on behind the scenes.
There are so many opportunities to work in the beer industry today, from actually working in the brewery and brewing a batch of beer to brand development, social networking, marketing, front of house management, being a buyer at the various bars and restaurants. There's so many opportunities.
Learn local. With a curriculum designed by the area's leading professionals and entrepreneurs, COD's program was built from the ground up, equipping students with the skills, knowledge, and contacts that will be most valuable in the current market.
It's huge that the people teaching this class and the people that were a part of developing the curriculum for this craft beer program are actually working in the industry now.
We're going to cover everything from your beginning concept to business plans, how to deal with different properties, the government, and actually executing the plan.
You got guys like myself or John Barley, who owns Solemn Oath, who are going to come together and bring two very different perspectives on how to teach a class about beer business, because we've done it two different ways and we've both got a different set of experiences leading into that.
When we structured the courses, one of the things that we wanted to do was have at every class session not only a lesson where students obviously could follow along and gain some knowledge from, but we wanted them to have some contact with industry members. So we pulled in guest speakers every time we had a class. We actually have owners, we have brewers, we have distributors. Everyone who's in the industry is teaching a portion of the program.
Direct access to a lot of high-profile people within our industry here locally. This is a program that provides that. The connections that we have, immediate connections that we have within the industry, are invaluable for the students as well.
I did not expect or know that we were going to meet so many people in industry. It's been great just to be able to talk to them and understand the obstacles that you have to face, some of the challenges.
It's given me a lot more ability to be confident in talking about beer styles, which I think is really important when you work in craft beer. Being able to talk to the customers about what products you have on, have product knowledge, be able to offer suggestions. It's just been an amazing experience, and I definitely would recommend it.
We're an industry that has a sophisticated consumer, and they want information. And a program like this enables the students to get that information to pass on.
Creating a program where there's an education base to feed into an industry that's growing as quickly as ours is great. We're looking for talented people coming from all walks of life. This is an opportunity for people to excel and show us that beer is something that they're very interested in on a professional level.
I would absolutely hire someone that's taking these classes, and I would be much more interested in seeing this on a resume, and that's pretty much going to bring you right to the top of my pile. I'm going to meet with you guaranteed if I know that you've taken this set of classes.
Craft beer is a culture unlike any other. Love it? Learn it. For more information about the Business of Craft Beer program at College of DuPage, check us out on the web at cod.edu/craftbeer.
athletes enjoy a winning tradition at College of DuPage, with one of the most successful community college athletic programs in the nation. The Mackinac Arts Center is not only home to students studying the arts, but it's also the place to catch a performance. There's theater, music, dance, art galleries, and more. If exercising and staying in shape is a part of your routine, check out Chaparral Fitness in the Physical Education Center, with free memberships for full-time students. COD is not a place where you have to just go to class and then go home. And seriously, who would want to?
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open
Hello, and welcome again to another episode of In the Kitchen with Chris. Today we are going to be making chocolate pot de creme. It's spelled pots de creme, but it's actually pronounced pot de creme. And it loosely translates to pots of cream. It's a French baked custard. So really, really yummy. It's very, very simple. And one of the nice things about this dessert is that you can make it the night before and then serve it to your guests the next day. So you don't even have to do it the same day because it holds beautifully in the refrigerator. So the first thing we need to do is caramelize sugar. Now, some people get a little skittish and a little nervous about this, but all you're really gonna do is melt sugar. This is granulated sugar, and I'm putting it in a pot. And then I'm going to take a high heat rubber spatula, okay? And I'm gonna turn the heat up all the way on high. So literally what we're doing is we are melting the sugar in the pot. We're going to turn it a beautiful golden brown color, and then we're going to add our cream and milk, which has been steeping with vanilla bean. Okay? So this will take just a couple of minutes, depending on how hot the heat is on your range top. So as you can see, it's just barely starting to melt because I have the heat turned all the way up on high. And don't be worried about the smoke. Don't be nervous about it, okay? The only thing I want to warn you about is that this sugar is about 450 degrees. So you don't want to put your finger in it to taste it. That would be a really bad idea because it's going to stick to your finger, okay? So turn this down just a touch. Okay, so it is starting to melt, as you can see. Okay, alrighty. All right. Okay, we've got some caramelized brown sugar, as you can see in the pan. Okay, nice and toasted. Now I'm going to take this and pour it right in. Add a little and stir. Add a little and stir. Add the rest. Stir it all in. Okay, so as you can see, I've got a large rubber spatula. Okay. I do not like the small ones. Often in the bake shop, we're stirring things where, like this example you just saw, we made a whole bunch of steam that came up off the pot. So we're going to turn it back on low, just the heat. And now we're going to stand here and stir for just a minute or two. All right? So essentially what you're doing at this point is you are dissolving all of the caramel that you made in the pot into the milk and the cream. So we're going to stand here and stir for a minute. Okay. And also, If it takes a few extra minutes, don't worry about it, okay? Essentially, all you're really trying to do is you're trying to get all of it dissolved in. If you get like 90%, 95%, it's fine, okay? The caramel is there to add a little background flavor to the chocolate pot de creme. Okay, so that's about done, okay? All right, so now we're gonna take a bowl and we're going to take our chocolate, okay? So this is semi-sweet chocolate. I like 61%, and incidentally, the 61% is the amount of cocoa mass. The higher that number, the more bitter the chocolate. The lower that number, the more sweet the chocolate. So for example, this is 61%, so it's going to be sweeter. If I was to use 82 or 90%, my finished product would be a little bit more bitter. Either one is fine, it's your personal preference. So now I'm going to take my yolks and my eggs, and I'm going to pour it right on top of the chocolate. Okay, so this is now ready to go. And so I'm going to add a little bit of this, and I'm going to stir. Okay, please notice I'm not throwing it all in at one time. I'm adding just a little bit, then I'm stirring it in. So the heat is going to melt the chocolate. So add a little bit, and you keep stirring, and as you can see, it's starting to melt all the chocolate in the bowl. And now we're going to add the rest. So stand there and stir for about a minute, and it will bring everything all together. And it's going to make your mixture that still has to be baked in the oven. So, as you can see, the vanilla bean is still in there, so I need to take that out. And you can see how it's turned into a nice smooth mixture. Now this is ready to be baked. Grab a pair of tongs and grab that vanilla bean out of there. As soon as I find it, there it is. Okay. Okay, so now this is ready to go into our cups. All right, so what I've done, everyone, is I have gotten coffee cups, all right? I got coffee cups on purpose just to show that you don't have to buy any special molds for this. You can use coffee cups that are already in your house kitchen, okay? And they work beautifully. So I also have the amount for this recipe for 4. So I do not have it filling the coffee cups all the way because I'm gonna garnish it with whipped cream and a chocolate cigarette. So I intentionally left it low. And one of the other instructors in the program said, hey, you know what's a great idea too? Is that if you're at a party, you can just walk around like this and you don't have to worry about dropping it because it's a great handle too on the coffee cup. I thought, that's an excellent idea. All right, so what we need to do is we need to add water to the pan. So I've already heated up this water to almost boiling. Okay, and now we're going to take our mixture and we're going to add it into this because it's a little bit easier to pour out of. Okay, all right, and now we're going to add an equal amount to each one. So I always like to add a little bit to each one and then come back and add a little bit more. Okay, that's pretty even. Okay, now the reason that we added water into the pan is so that it makes it bake more slowly and evenly. If you didn't have the water in the pan, what happens is the porcelain has a tendency to get really hot and it goes from cooked to overcooked in like no time flat. So the water slows the whole process down and makes it cook much slower and more evenly. All right, so now we're going to take this and we're going to bake it in the oven for approximately 20 to 25 minutes. And the way you tell it's done is you shake the pan ever so slightly and there's a jiggle because it's obviously loose right now. Okay, so if you did it right now, you can see it's jiggling because it's very liquid. And so when that jiggle is gone in about 20 to 25 minutes at approximately 300 degrees, it'll be done. So let's bake this in the oven. Welcome back. All right, I have baked the chocolate pot de creme in the oven. They took about 23 to 24 minutes, and then I put them in the refrigerator for a couple hours. So now I have my chilled pot de creme, and as you can see, it made 4 portions, okay? These portions are a little bit on the small side because this is a very, very rich dessert. I would not recommend filling it all the way up because that's a lot of really rich chocolate pot de creme. So I intentionally filled them about halfway. So now what I'm going to do is finish them with a garnish. So I've got some heavy whipped cream that I sweetened and added a little vanilla. You can also go to the store and buy the stuff in the can if you'd like, or you can make it yourself. Of course, I made it myself because I like the flavor much better. And I've got some chocolate cigarettes that we're going to use as a garnish. So the chocolate cigarettes are available commercially, or you can use any kind of chocolate decoration, or you can even just shave chocolate on top. Doesn't really matter. What I do recommend though is that you add a little bit of chocolate because the chocolate pot de creme is soft, the whipped cream is soft, and it's nice to have a little texture in there. You could use a cookie, really you can use pretty much anything you want. So now we're going to garnish them, and so we're going to take our whipped cream and we're going to add a little bit right in the middle so you can still see the chocolate around it. Okay, and now we're going to add our chocolate decoration. And again, if you wanted to add more whipped cream, less whipped cream, it doesn't really matter. Okay, whatever your personal taste is totally acceptable. Alrighty, so now our chocolate pot de creme is ready, and so it's time for the best part of what I do on In the Kitchen with Chris. It's time to taste. Thank you very much for coming today. Appreciate you stopping by. I hope you learned something. Remember, chocolate pot de creme is not that difficult to make, and you can make it the night before, which is an excellent idea for a party. So you can have the dessert totally ready to go, and you can relax with your guests. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.